Hello guys, you're welcome to Go Tech. So today we'll be discussing on variables. So we just finished with our processing. So please, if you're unable to complete this video, kindly if you're unable to complete this video, please kindly refer back to YouTube, the same name. So you're able to, for example, you're on Instagram, just go back to YouTube and complete it. I'm sorry, environment variables are like it tells how your computer behaves. It's not like the kernel. The kernel majorly is also the kernel helps, allocating of memory, process ID, and like that. You understand? So CPU, that is the functions of the kernel. So, but this particular one is just how your system behaves. So you will see. For we to relate to it, let's come to for people who are in media environment, window environment. So when you open here, you come to environment variables. You can see, so we have basically two types of environment variables. We have the for window, we have the user variable for own PC. So in Linux, this one is called the shell variable. Now, here, this one is the environment, this one is the system variable. So in Linux too, you can term them as environment variables. So the difference between here is that whatever program or maybe software you put on this user or OPC variables can only be accessed within this within the particular directory that stuff is. You understand that program is. But in this environment variables here, you can access it from anywhere. You understand? For this example, this is my VMware. I don't need to be on the directory where my VM. I don't need to be on the full that line of folder. You open it before I'll be able to access it. For example, this is the packet tracer, the Cisco packet tracer. I don't need to go to where. I don't need to come to program file, go to program file to be able to access it. I can access it from anywhere. So that is just the idea of environment variables. You understand? So you can also understanding of environment variables too can you can be able to adjust your how adjust your computer to function in a way that will suit you best. And also if there's any error that your computer is having issues or that, coming down to this environment variables can enable you to track it and solve the problem. You understand? So when for the hell, look at what I'm saying. So if you do CD, still on the explanation of environment variable, if I do CD to download, for instance, CD to download ls, let me do CD to download ls, let me do sudo, let me go to root, let me come to root. So if I do ls here, so you see the ls side, when I use ls command, ls is not among, I was able to execute this command. Why? Because this ls is in environment that is in a part that is in environment variable. But let me say I want to, but this file here, I want to execute it. I want to run this file here. I want to run this file here. Let me run this file here. Yeah, it's working. Do you know why? Because exit this. Let me exit. Let's say for instance I want to come back. Let me come out from download directory. That is not where this and this file is located. Let me run same file. You will see it will tell me that no such file or directory is in existence. Why? It's not that it's not existing, but because I am not in the current directory where it is. You understand? So the question is now, how do I now make this file here to be accessible anywhere? So the whole idea is just the communication in your operating system. You understand? How do I make this one here to be accessible from anywhere? You understand? So all is just first of all, let me do the environment variable. Let me use the command environment variable. So you can see these are all my environment variables. So this one here, all of them they are very important. Maybe on your less time you can um you can browse them to know what all of this part is your functions But explaining them will bring more, make all these things to be more, video to be very, very long. So yeah, this one here, this part here is your environment variable where your binaries are located. Yeah, binaries are commands you run, you understand, from anywhere and it will function. You understand? For example, the ls, the cd, the cat, the echo command, those ones they are binaries. They are located on this part. So what happens is that if I run that binary, if I run it, it's already on the environment variable. So it will just come here and check in any of this part here and see, oh, okay, it's here, it will not run. But if it comes here, if I do ls and I now come here, if it's not here, it will not work. That's exactly when I run that Mr. This command here. When I run it, it didn't work because it's not among any of these variables. So what else? What will I now do? Is for me to make this file accessible from anywhere. You understand? So all I just need to do is to um you can do so many things on environment variable. You understand? You can create your own environment variable. You can adjust some of the environment variable and other. So but before I will move this file, you understand? Let me just run some commands. So for you to view your environment variable and your share variable, all you need to do is to use the set more command, set grep more command, that is to filter. If you use this one, so the set grep command is not to, so this command here helps you to view your both your share variables and your environment variables, like that, at a very convenient. So you just need to be clicking the enter button, like that, to be able to, like that. So let me move. If I go back to cd home directory, download directory, sorry, let me go back to download. So now let me do ls. Oh, sorry. So let me do ls. um let me move this, let me move it, let me copy it and move. Let I want to move this, move, let me move make sure you convert it first to an executable file before you move it to, you understand, so that it will work, you understand. So now let me move it to, okay, where will I now move it to? So first of all, let me search for the parts where, let me search for the available parts I can move it to. So all I just need to do is to use also, let me cat, you can use the cat or echo command. Let me use echo command, echo, then you use, make sure you put the dollar sign so I'll be able to see the different directory that is on this path variable. So you enter, you can see the different directory on this path variables. You can see they are all separated with colon sign. You can see they're all separated. So all I just need to do is to just choose one and send this file to, you understand. So I'll just pick move. Once I put move, then I can copy paste the file. Once I paste it, then uh, I'll indicate the path variable. Sorry. So so I will just put it US. So USR. Then you put the. Let me use this one here, which is this games here. Use USR games. So once I click enter, once I click enter, so yes, so it has moved. So you can, if I do ls, it's no longer there. But the thing is that I don't need to. Let me cd back. Let me go out from download. You remember the first time we were able to access it out of that when we are not on download directory, but now we're able to access it. So if I click, uh, if I run the same command here, if I run the same command, you see, so I'm not on download. So at this point in time, I can run it from anywhere in this. Whether I open another terminal, I can run it from anywhere. You understand? So that's just the whole idea of this class. So you can also create your environment variables, one variable, and just click enter. You know, you use that set more command. Let's see if it has been created. So if I use the set more command. Okay, here we go. So this is the environment variable I created. You understand? So the environment variables, they are very, very vital. One, they are very vital in terms of security. If you want to, you want to configure it to function in a particular way, you know, there are so many things actually you can do on environment variable. So thank you very much. As we have covered this session. So please kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell, blah blah blah. Stay blessed.